Chef Tim Pizzotti here with the Maple Grill restaurant at 1967 West Broadway. I've been here for about 2.5 years. We do kosher cuisine. I'm going to show you how to do some oyster mushrooms today. They're fantastically meaty. They're wonderful in the sense that they have a different dynamic to them than most mushrooms. What you can do with these mushrooms is if you grab one end and you pull it all the way down, you get these string-like pieces that kind of come out. And when you fry them up in a nice medium to hot pan, they get super crispy, and then they're meaty on the inside, and they are almost like taking a bite of a little steak. They're fantastic like that. Huge benefit in the placement of these mushrooms instead of other, a tofu or a chicken or whatever protein you're going to put in there. So essentially, you just peel them like that. You get yourself a beautiful pile, and they shrink quite a bit. So you're going to want to make sure you do enough. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to prepare these oyster mushrooms. Getting yourself a hot pan to start. Extremely hot is extremely important. That way you're going to get that perfect crispiness. These are the ingredients that I'm going to add to the oyster mushrooms themselves. We've got garlic, oyster mushrooms, pepper, chives, and chili flakes. We're also going to finish it with just a sprinkle of parsley. Salt is almost in everything, and that is absolutely something we're going to add as well. Okay, so the pan is hot. As soon as it almost comes to that smoking point, you can kind of sense it when you do it enough. However, when you don't, you can just basically let it get to as soon as you see that first sign of a little bit of smoke, pay attention to it, because that's the heat that you need to be able to make these things perfectly crispy. So I can see now, getting a little bit of smoke. That's perfect. I'm going to take my oyster mushrooms, sprinkle them around in the pan. And this is where it's very important not to move the pan. You want that connection from the heat in the pan to go directly into those mushrooms. As soon as you start seeing some of the caramelization happening on the bottom side of the mushrooms, that's an indication that you're going to want to make your first little mix, stir. Essentially mix around a little bit. You don't want them to clump together, because then they won't crisp up enough. So you want to spread them out just enough, and then let the heat do its work once again. Again, once you see the caramelizing, move them around a little bit. You're starting to see the deep color. Exactly what we're looking for. Once they're at that stage, I'm going to drain a little bit of the oil if there's any excess oil. It's important that you put enough oil in there so the mushrooms can get their full intake. Then also get rid of anything that's excess. I'm going to now add my garlic, chili flakes, salt and pepper, now we're at this stage where it's perfectly crispy. We're going to just add our fresh herbs, which in this case are chives, diced chives, and a little bit of parsley. And now it's time to get them out of the pan. So I put these aside. These are my garnish for the dish.